So, my name is Sanav Kumar. I'm a freshman at Weddington High School, which is in North Carolina. And my topic is how oxide nanoparticles can improve body imaging techniques such as MRI, CT, PET scanning, and many more. Over here, this is a picture of a iron oxide nanoparticle and how it's structured with a magnetic core that has a magnetic field and specific targeting agents. So this is my introduction. How can IONPs help in body imaging techniques? This was kind of like one of the main questions that I had, and it kind of showed I used this to like figure out how it can help MRI, CT, PET, ultrasound, and just to figure out how you can do many other things with the IONPs. I also looked into how biocompatible are IONPs to the human body and how IONP-based contrast agents compared to other contrast agents like gadolinium-based contrast agents, gold contrast agents, and many more. So this is my related literature review of literature. So some of the sites that I used was the synthesis, characterization, applications, and challenges of iron oxide nanoparticles. This helped me understand how what characteristics a standard IONP might have, and how that can affect different scanning techniques and how it can help in that. Another one was iron oxide nanoparticles, a review on the provenance of its compounds, properties, and biological applications. This helped me understand its applications and where it can be used in scanning. Then iron oxide nanoparticles for biomedical applications, a perspective on synthesis, drugs, antimicrobial activity, and toxicity. This helped in just trying to see how biocompatible IONPs are compared to other contrast agents, and magnetic resonance imaging and iron oxide nanoparticles in the era of personalized medicines. This helped on focusing on how IONPs help in MRI scanning. In this picture over here, this is a chart on how an MRI scan using different types of contrast agents. So over here, you can see one with no contrast agent. Here, this is one with gadolinium-based contrast agent. Here is an iron. This is an IONP of magamite. This is tier 2 weighted imaging. This is the one with no contrast, and here's one with an IONP. And as you can see way more stuff in both the IONP versions of the MRI scan. So here are some of the methodology and results that I had. IONPs are very compatible with the human body. They pose an almost 0% risk to the body. IONPs are also able to pass biological barriers, which is really helpful in many other applications, as well as being able to pass through going into the brain, as that has the huge blood-brain barrier. IONP's magnetic core allow them to improve body imaging further. Because of their magnetic core, they're able to do that with even more. And they have different versions of that, like magnemite and magamite, which are able to help it in different scenarios. And based on how IONPs are synthesized, you can make them target certain things, like look for specific biomarkers and flag certain diseases that you might find, which will also mean that IONPs are really good for diagnosing diseases like neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and cardiac diseases. So here's my conclusion. To restate my research question, how can IONPs help improve body imaging techniques? And then some of the findings that I had were like IONPs are able to improve body imaging techniques like MRI, PET, CT because of their chemical structures and traits, how they're synthesized, what kind of magnetic properties or targeting ligands do they have. And that's my presentation. I wanted to say really good thanks to the Gifted Gabber program to helping me actually write this research paper. I would also like to give thanks to Professor Lilova, who helped me a lot in understanding like different uh looking at different research papers, trying to understand the information and helping me go through the writing process as well. I'd also like to thank Professor Virgil in helping me understand what to write and how what I can write and how that helps me to write this actual research paper. Um, uh, this program helped me a lot uh, in order to understand more about IONPs and nanotechnology. And I also, the aspect of the research paper that I thought was most fun and thrilling was just writing the research paper and learning more about IONPs and nanotechnology. And thank you so much for listening to my presentation.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sanav. You want to stop presenting so that Professor Lilova can ask you a question, and also after Lilova, Professor Virgil. Go ahead, Dr. Christina, a question for Sanav.
Great work. So, in your opinion, what are the most important properties of the iron oxides, nanoparticles, which make them suitable for your application?
So, their magnetic core of magnemite, that's able to really help a lot in certain scanning like MRI, which is magnetic resonance imaging. It can really help making a fuller image and helping you really look at certain things that might be inside of the skull or brain or body.
Thank you.
Excellent. Professor Virgil, a question for Sanav.
Yes, Coach. Congratulations, Sanav. Very comprehensive thesis presentation. I have one question for you regarding your findings. What do you think are the areas of study that you will recommend for the future?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, it's regarding your findings. What do you think are the areas of study that you will recommend for the future?
Some of the areas of study that I would probably recommend for the future would be studies like how nanoparticles can be perfect synthesized in order to look at certain diseases. For example, like how it can be how what targeting ligands can be used in order to look for specific diseases like cancer, maybe some very hard to find diseases that you might not find in conventional ways, and maybe just helping other people learn about diseases.
Okay. Yeah, great job, Sanav. Very good presentation.